All right, all right. Welcome everybody to we haven't done this in a while. Friendly Neighborhood Marks. I had Drew and joining me here on these episodes as always.
RG the Brooklyn Savage.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And this is our first episode on Streamyard, so looking forward to it. As you can tell by the thumbnail, we're gonna do something pretty interesting today. We're gonna do because I know the Sweet 16 is coming up in college basketball.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do our own little Sweet 64. So it's going to be 64 MCU movies, TV shows, specials. I even had to fill in a few other movies just to kind of even it up. So basically, we're going to pick from each bracket who we think is the better property until we can get to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
Who the winner is. Again, this is just our opinion, but RJ, are you ready for the Sweet 64?
I am ready.
All right. So, first round matchup Incredible Hulk versus Werewolf by Night.
Incredible Hulk.
I actually like Hulk a little bit more because I'm doing the Doomsday marathon. So I'm watching all the MCU movies and some of the multiverse stuff leading up to Doomsday. I actually have a little bit of an appreciation for Incredible Hulk, so I'm gonna say Incredible.
Yeah. I thought it was a really good movie.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Norton looks like Bruce Banner from the comics, and also like other like animated specials I've seen. And I thought there was a better seriousness to the film as opposed to Mark Ruffalo's take. And I like Mark Ruffalo as an actor, but he's just I don't know. I like Ed Norton as a Bruce Banner. This is gonna be interesting. Ant-Man and the Wasp versus Thor: The Dark World.
Ant-Man and Wasp.
I'll agree. I think Ant-Man and the Wasp kind of gets poo-pooed on a little bit. There's some good moments to enjoy.
Thor: The Dark World was boring as shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the first Thor I actually do like. The
Yeah,
second one is not all
I
that
agree.
great. Ragnarok, I think
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of where everyone was like, "Oh, so we make Thor more funny." And then Love and Thunder was like, "Hey, let's make him funnier." No, no, it's not going to work.
Let's drive the campiness up to 1,000.
Yeah, even Chris Hemsworth is like, "Yeah, that movie sucked." All right, so this is going to be tough. WandaVision
Mm-hmm.
versus Loki, the whole series.
WandaVision.
Yes. Okay. I liked WandaVision a little bit more. Loki, I actually did like. There's just something about it I just couldn't like, connect with. If that makes sense.
I think WandaVision was more consequential to what's going on.
Agreed. Um, Loki was almost kind of like watching an independently made British science, fiction movie,
Mm-hmm.
which wasn't bad. But WandaVision, like you said, is kind of plays into more what's going on currently with this current MCU. So
Yeah.
wish I had better. I wasn't crazy about how it ended, but I overall like the show.
Yeah.
This is going to be hard. Endgame versus the Marvels.
In game.
Endgame all day.
Look, I love Rambo and I love Miss Marvel, but yeah, not good.
No, not good. She-Hulk versus Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh my god, we're serious, right? Across the
Uh,
Spider Verse.
Across the Spider-Verse. Again, I think you and me are probably one of the few that actually like She-Hulk.
Yeah,
But come on, it's Spider-Verse. Can't compete
yeah,
with that.
no, absolutely not.
Guardians of the Galaxy 1 versus Thunderbolts. love both. I really love both.
I gotta go with Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts, I think, was the step in the right direction as to what Marvel should be doing more of.
Yeah,
Um, Guardians is like a top 5, top 10 MCU film. So,
yeah. My personal, not one of my personal favorites. Good movie, but I'm not clamoring when I'm sitting at home looking to put on a movie. I'm not putting on Guardians of the Galaxy.
right,
You know,
right.
so,
I don't. I think Thunderbolts went a little bit more deeper
oh
with
yeah,
its storytelling. So I'm go with
very
that.
opposite movies in tone.
Like Guardians dealt with trauma in its own way, but it had kind of this campiness to it that worked. Sometimes didn't work.
Mhm.
Thunderbolts did have humor in it, but the humor didn't like take over the drama. So, and I guess by default, I love anything with Florence Pugh, so I'm good with my girl Florence.
Pew, pew.
All right, Captain America: The First Avenger versus Miss Marvel, the whole series.
Damn, I do love. I'm forgetting the girl's name, Imani. I love her as Miss Marvel, but you're not overtaking the latter choice or the former choice rather. You're not doing that.
Yeah, like First Avenger is a movie that before I wasn't all that nuts about, but over time of a rewatches, I've started to appreciate the film a little bit more because it it tells a really good origin story about Steve Rogers and Captain America.
Yeah.
Um, that was when Marvel. I mean, I'm not to say they're not doing that anymore. There was a point where they stopped doing that, but that was a point where like each film looked and tasted and felt different, and
Yeah.
that looked like a film from the 1940s. With Marvel in it. So, uh, obviously, First Avenger. Uh, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man season 1 versus Ant-Man, the first one.
Damn. That's kind of tough because I do love both. I loved visually how the first Ant-Man movie was shot.
Mhm.
And I love the acting. I'm not a big Paul Rudd guy, but he fits the role. He fits the role. Um, and just your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. My God, a lot of people were shitting on that.
Who was shitting on that?
Oh, dude, you don't remember that? People were shitting on it before it even came out. Talking about
Yeah,
it's
yeah, the
woke,
animation.
and the guy that played Peter put his foot in his mouth, and it kind of got a bad rap for that. But then we
I
all
remember,
watching it. We all
I
watching
remember
it.
people shitting on the animation. I'm like, I mean, I guess, but it's not that bad.
No, it reminded me of the old school books.
Yeah,
That's what it reminded me of. But we sitting here watching how good this thing is and the moral lessons and just everything that was going on. And we're like, this is fucking fantastic.
hmm
And the ride that it took you in for what, 8 episodes? It's like,
hmm
damn, it's one of those things that was leaving you wanting more. So I might have to go with your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
yeah, very good choice. I
Call me biased.
Nah, you and me both, man. Like I again, when I saw the trailer for that, I was kind of like, oh, I mean, it looks fun. It's Spider-Man, so I'll give it a watch. And then I was just like, from episode 1 all the way until the end, like I was just like, I was ready for the ride because actually felt like a Spider-Man story. It felt like a friendly neighborhood street level story because I love Tom Holland, but it's like, and I know in this next movie we're supposed to get a more street level story, but the movies we got with him just felt like everything else was overshadowing them. They felt like Avengers movies. They felt like Tony Stark movies, and No Way Home was about nostalgia. I mean, they did a good job with the nostalgia in a way that
Mhm.
most other people don't. But I'm obviously happy to see where Brand New Day can take us with Tom. But I thought Friendly Neighborhood Spider Man did a great job telling a more street level story, while at the same time, yes, this is a character that's in the MCU, but he's in his own world, kind of like X Men '97, which we'll get into that pretty soon. But yeah, Friendly Neighborhood Spider Man all day. The first Iron Man versus Ragnarok.
The first Iron Man, so consequential, both from a phase point and from a success point. Because without this movie succeeding,
Hmm.
there is no MCU.
No, exactly. Well said.
So Iron
Uh,
Man,
Speaking of Iron Man 2 versus Quantum Mania.
Iron Man 2. Quantumania was such a letdown. Such a letdown. Now Iron Man 2 could have been better. Could have been better. But I just feel like stuff was missing in that movie. Um
Felt kind of rushed
yeah, oh
in
yeah,
some
yeah, yeah.
ways.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Especially
this,
especially with Whiplash.
yeah,
I
yeah.
felt like there was not a lot there on the bone that maybe we rushed to eat the rib without savoring it, and it just fell flat.
No, agreed. I mean, I like the story about Tony battling his demons.
Yeah, the
Because that's
demon in
straight
the
out of the
bottle.
comic book. Yeah, straight out of the comic book. So the stuff with Tony, I thought was great. I mean, I like Sam Rockwell. I thought he was great as Justin Hammer.
Yeah,
Um,
very
I
charismatic.
I mean, my whole thing is just like, why don't you bring him back? Like he's
I thought I thought he would have been back for Ironheart,
hmm
but
I
they didn't go
mean,
down that route.
that would have been a good villain. Um, Especially since Iron Wars is still kind of a thing.
Yeah,
Like that could be a great story to bring him back and also bring in Riri and have Rhodey be like a mentor to her.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
but
We still need somebody to put her in check.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, Iron Man
Not
2.
bad.
Ooh, again, this is just how everything was drawn.
Uh
So,
oh. Uh
unfortunately,
oh.
Winter Soldier versus the first Avengers movie.
Ooh.
So that's actually coming up in my marathon, by the way. So the next movie.
I'm gonna have to go with Winter Soldier. That
Hmm.
movie was so fucking good. That's a
Agreed.
spy espionage movie done well.
I'm biased because I love Winter Soldier. That's like top three, top five, or yeah, top three MCU film. Like you just said, spy espionage movie. Gritty. It's a movie I can watch and watch. I can watch over and over again, never get bored of it, and it's still my number one fave. So yeah, Winter Soldier. All right, season 1 of Daredevil: Born Again versus No Way Home.
You said Daredevil Born Again
Season 1.
season one?
Hmm.
Nah, too rushed. Too rushed. I mean, we liked it, but even with that, it seemed like they rushed certain things.
Agreed.
Um, and it wasn't their fault. You know, they had to scrap and rewrite and reconstruct. So, I mean, we all give them a pass for that, but no, he ain't topping No Way Home.
Agreed. Um, yeah, that was that point in time when Marvel was like, all hands on deck, we gotta fix everything. And
Mm,
unfortunately, Brave New World was kind of a victim in that because that shit was like literally the whole movie was rewritten, reshot. Um,
I
Born Again,
look, look,
good,
as much as I love Giancarlo Esposito,
got
I
wasted.
would have had love. I would have had loved to see what Seth Rollins and the rest of them would have done as the
Yeah,
villains in that opening sequence. because those concept arts, they they were looking pretty good. The Serpent Society looked pretty modern and pretty threatening. I wanted to see that.
No, I agree because like that would have at least been a good story for Sam
Yeah,
because Brave New World was basically a tie up for her Incredible Hulk and Eternals.
yeah,
Um, and
yeah.
and also I kind of have a hot take. I think Falcon and Winter Soldier should have just been Captain America 4.
No, I mean, I don't think that's necessarily crazy or jumping out the window. I kind of agree with you.
Yeah, at least it would have been a Falcon. At least it would have been a Sam story.
With the same story, and you would have had Bucky there to back him up. So,
Hmm.
where's there to go wrong with?
Agreed. All right, Hawkeye, season 1 versus Age of Ultron.
I like Hawkeye, but we're gonna go with Age of Ultron on this one.
That's a movie that kind of gets a little poo pooed on. I don't get why.
The overall consensus that I get is that they didn't do enough with Ultron,
Yeah, I can
which
see that.
I would agree with, but I thought the movie was still good nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could have built up Ultron a little better. You could have maybe built him up like previous MCU films.
Hmm.
Maybe like build him up, on the last 2 Iron Man movies, the last Avengers film, and then like do like a post credit where it sets up the villain.
You think it
But
was a thing where they had James Spader on the mind all that time, and maybe they could have got him, or was it a thing where they could only get him for the movie? And it's one of those things where they didn't want to tease a character without having the actor secured.
maybe, I mean, well, then again, they cast Josh Brolin at the last minute. Like he was the last person to be cast in Guardians of the Galaxy, and he just did that, that voiceover work for Thanos. So,
Yeah, because
I mean, but
when we first saw Thanos, he did not have, it was not Josh Brolin with the nutsack chain.
yeah. I was about to say that. Like when they showed Thanos, they didn't have a voiceover actor. As a matter of fact, they just had an actor dress up in makeup. So they could have at least just had like a visual of Ultron, and then, like you said, eventually go with James Spader. So I don't know, but um, the whole thing with Hulk and Black Widow, though, I didn't like. I didn't really care for him. Like that just seemed super rushed and kind of uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I understand.
everything else I thought was good. Still mad they killed off Quicksilver though.
Well, you know why.
Yeah, and for whatever reason they're avoiding Aaron Taylor Johnson like the plague. They have not brought him back for shit.
I think his Quicksilver is more cooler than Evan Peters.
I think he's more of a badass. He's a little bit more serious.
Yeah,
Evans
yeah,
is more, yuck yuck.
yeah. Just looks like a chubby Twitch guy. I don't know. Yeah,
So
I'm good on
uh,
that.
hopefully with Doomsday and Secret Wars, I bring. Um, Iron Man 3 versus Deadpool and Wolverine.
Deadpool versus Wolverine. Iron Man 3 was such a big disappointment. Such a
Great.
big disappointment. That whole Mandarin thing. Ugh. Mm.
Yeah, I mean, there's some parts to like about it because I can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to do more of the man and less of the machine, but it's like this is an Iron Man film.
Not even
Um,
just that. This is the villains. Just, you tease. You get Ben Kingsley, one of the greatest actors out there, to portray a villain only for him to be an actor. You fucking out of your mind. And then Guy Ritchie or whatever the fuck his name is the real bad guy the whole entire time. Fuck out of here. Like it's
I've noticed that
simple.
the Iron Man films there weren't really that great villains. I mean, Jeff Bridges was fine because it's
Oh,
Jeff
he was
Bridges.
great.
But, yeah, but
Tony
like
Stark built this thing in a cave
with a
with a
bunch of
box of
screws.
scraps. That was great.
Yeah, but
I'm, s-
like
I'm
the
sorry,
post
sir.
villains, yeah.
I'm not Tony Stark.
Yeah, well, like the post villains, I mean, you had two villains, and Justin Hammer was fine, but he wasn't really, I guess,
Yeah,
like an effective villain because he was kind of a goofball.
yeah.
But it's Sam Rockwell, so he's usually great in everything. But yeah, three is just like the villains are just weird because, and we're gonna bring up Ben Kingsley, soon with another property. But I mean, it's not a knock on the actors. It's just like the villains were just really ineffective and just not interesting.
I said Guy Ritchie. I'm sorry, Guy Pierce.
Guy Pearce.
That's a Guy Ritchie.
Yeah, I'm like the director of such films as Lola. But yeah. All right. Next is oh, go ahead.
I said that guy sucks cock.
Yeah, he's a fine actor. I just think he plays a dick and everything.
Yeah, how talented really is he? That's easy. I could do that.
Well, I mean, like
Where's,
with him,
where's,
it's
where's my
always like
movie? What's my movie role?
you'll get yours. No, with him, it's always like he's projected as all like in every movie when it's like who's the bad guy, he always comes on screen, and I'm like, yep, he's the bad guy because this guy
Him and the
Pierce.
other guy. What's the other guy? Walter Scoggins or Coggins, whatever the fuck his name is.
Oh, Walter, yeah, Walt Goggins.
Yeah, I
He's a
fucking
good. I like him. He's a good actor.
yeah. No, he's better than Guy Pierce.
I would agree. Yeah. Um. All right. So Spider Verse 1. So Into the Spider Verse.
Mhm.
Moon Knight.
Into the Spider Verse. Moon Knight is still work in progress.
Yeah, and Oscar Isaac might not even come back to the role because he's not too crazy about Disney.
Mm. Well,
All right.
don't let the door hit you on the ass on the way out.
I mean, Disney is kind of they're associated with some shitty people. Gotta admit.
Well, you ain't gonna go to work and like everything about your boss.
Yeah,
So
true.
sometimes, and I'm not saying check your morals out the door, but what I'm just saying is that not everybody's gonna see the world the way that you do. So
Agreed.
you gotta stay
You know,
home
what?
and be broke.
It's like I still go to Chick-fil-A even though Chick-fil-A is they apparently don't like gay people.
Yeah, I
It's like,
mean, what can you do?
I mean, it's like I'm gonna eat this chicken sandwich not because I'm a homophobe, but because I like chicken sandwiches. Like, what do you want?
Uh,
You know. But all right, Ironheart versus Jessica Jones,
Jessica Jones. In particular, that first season. I wasn't too crazy about the second one.
or the third.
Yeah, or the third. I forgot they even had a third season.
Each season, I think every season after the first, just they felt like
Got worse.
amalgamations of each other. Yeah, like the second season was about the mom who had powers, and the third season was about Patsy who had powers. And yeah, but yeah, the first season I thought was very, very good because they went in a direction. And yeah, it's Netflix, so they like to say now that it's canon, but I call bullshit on that. But it was separate from the MCU, and so they're allowed to be a little bit more darker. And the first season dealt with rape and mind control and PTSD. So,
Yeah.
but our girl's back. She'll be back in season 2 coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Yes, sir. All right, so
That's gonna be great.
just give me 1 second because apparently I can't read my own handwriting.
Oh, that's not good.
Excellent. Yeah, apparently I can't read my own handwriting.
Damn.
Because it's X-Men 97, and then no, I know what this is. X-Men 97 versus the Guardians Christmas special.
X-Men 97. Man. It's absolutely fantastic.
Agreed. Season 2 is coming up this year. And I love the Guardians Christmas special. But
next month?
X-Men 97.
Marvel, I will say this. Marvel's doing a shitty job at promoting their shows. What the fuck is going on? Daredevil's supposed to be coming out in a couple of weeks. We have no new updated trailers or no promotion. Where's the promotion?
No, agreed. You would think with Daredevil, it's kind of like old reliable. And
exactly.
You know, they haven't promoted that. I know season 3, they're already about to film that.
Yeah, they're casting people already for it.
Yeah, their shows are just like the movies. Obviously, they promote the shit out of it, and they should,
of course.
But
Cash
like
cow.
their shows, they really should promote because there've been some pretty good shows that have come out, and it's like, how has nobody watched this?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like Marvel Zombies, I thought was one of the best things they've done, and they put that out in September instead of coming out in like fucking Halloween. And you know, another show that'll be coming up pretty soon. But all right. Homecoming. Spider-Man Homecoming versus Eyes of Wakanda.
What was that? Repeat that again.
Spider-Man Homecoming
mm-hmm.
versus Eyes of Wakanda.
Oh, Spider-Man Homecoming. Eyes of Wakanda was good, but it's one of those things where you really don't miss anything if you missed it. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah. It's not
I thought it
anything consequential.
I thought it had an interesting concept. I like the idea of doing period pieces in the MCU.
Yes.
And just the whole idea of like Wakanda has been around since pretty much the dawn of time.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, they've been around since different, you know, parts of history. It just like, it could have been more interesting. A little bit more better. I wasn't also crazy about the animation. So.
I agree.
Multiverse of Madness. Go ahead. No. Multiverse of Madness.
No, I was good.
Versus I Am Groot.
Damn, it seems like I'm hating on Guardians, but I'm gonna have to go with Multiverse of Madness.
Great. I watched the first season of I Am Groot, and it's like it's one of those shows where it's like, oh, that's cute. And then there was a second season that I didn't even know there was a second season. And usually I'm on top of these things. And even I was like, wait, there's a second season?
What the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this and why?
All right. So this should be interesting. Far From Home versus Wonder Man.
Far From Home. I did like Wonder Man. I went back and I saw it again, and I thought they did a really good job at telling a good story. I just wish we had more time. That's it.
Yeah, I can see that. Again, Wonder Man, one of those shows where Marvel just like they didn't really promote it and they just dumped it on in one day. And to me, it's like, it's my personal taste, it's like a top 5 Marvel show, MCU show, because I've been saying forever, like Marvel needs to take more risks. Like they need to stop trying to connect everything to everybody and just tell a story about a character that we can all be invested in. And they did that with Yahya Abdul-Mateen. They did that with Ben Kingsley. I thought they had good chemistry with each other because you can tell that they were really good friends. I also liked, and again, I don't know much about Wonder Man, the character in the comics. I know he's like kind of an OP character, but like, I like the fact that they told a more personal story with him and his family, where he felt like an outcast, where he wasn't always the coolest guy in the room, and he was kind of, you know, antisocial and didn't talk to anybody. And I related to that so much.
Yeah.
You know, I related not being that close with my family or my brother, my mom loving me and doing anything she can to support me, and my brother just being a dick. And there's one scene in particular that got me. And it's this scene where he's at his mom's birthday party and they're all singing happy birthday. and you just cut to Simon behind his mom just looking miserable. And I'm like, yeah, that's me. Like that's the scene that got me. But and I thought the doorman episode was really, really good. I It felt like I was watching an episode of Atlanta. I mean that as a compliment.
Let me get away.
Um, but I love Wonder Man. But I don't know. Far From Home, there's things to like about it. Obviously, I thought Jake Gyllenhaal as the villain was great. Um, he kind of brought Mysterio to life in a way that nobody else did.
Mm-hmm.
And Mysterio was kind of a goofy villain, but he made him more serious and
He made him more very sinister,
very intimidating. Like you just said, Sinister 6. And also because like you and me and Betty, like we're all Spider-Man fans, and so we know Mysterio is going to be the villain, but he played it so well that for like a small second you're like, maybe he can be one of the good. Like, no, he's not.
yeah, definitely.
He had the heel turn. He had one of the best heel turns, especially that nightmare scene.
He was talking shit to Peter.
I love that. I adored that. Like when Iron Man came out of the grave as a zombie, I'm like, oh, that's dope.
He went from 0 to 100. Like I remember seeing that scene in the theaters like it was yesterday. Me, my brother, my cousin, and my brother's brother, we all went. And as the scene was breaking down, other people around us, when he was breaking down everything, how he was tricking Peter and this, that, and the other, as he was giving the rundown, we're all just looking at each other like, oh shit. As if we didn't know this motherfucker was the bad guy.
Mm-hmm. Like we had a friend with us that isn't really like big into comic books or like the movies, so he saw Far From Home with us, and so obviously he didn't know who Mysterio was, and the whole time, like every scene with Mysterio and Peter, he'd be looking over to me and he's like, hey, I think he's going to be a new addition to the team. I went, wait for it. I'm thinking in my head, wait for it. And then when that big reveal came up, he's like, oh dude, you called it. I went, mm-hmm. Like it was just Jake Gyllenhaal is just that good. Like I still don't think Mysterio's dead.
No.
Like he's the master of illusion. He's got to be back. And also that heel turn, that gut punch at the end of the movie where he says Peter Parker, Spider-Man is really, and then it goes away. Spider-Man is really Peter Parker. It's like, fuck, you sons of bitches. Oh man. All right. Fantastic Four First Steps versus Love and Thunder.
Fantastic Four First Steps.
Love and Thunder, I think, hurts me because I don't know. I know I'm doing this marathon. That's a movie I kind of dread watching because, again, you make Thor a complete goofball for the sake of being a goofball to where he's just an asshole. You bring in Christian Bale and just waste him. Like he's the God Butcher and he doesn't even butcher anybody. And yeah, just everything else was just meh. But all right. Black Panther, the first one, versus Captain America Brave New World.
Oh, Black Panther. Are you kidding? Oh my god.
Yeah, that's just how the bracket lines up, my friend.
Oh my god.
We've talked about Brave New World, so the less we say about it, the better. But Black Panther. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 versus Echo.
I'm gonna go with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Echo, I don't know what the fuck they was trying to do with that. And I like the character in not Daredevil, but Hawkeye. But just that wasn't it. I'm sorry, just because somebody gets shot in the face doesn't make something good.
Right. Like, I actually liked Echo up until the ending because originally I think it was supposed to be 7 episodes and then they cut it to 5 and they just completely rushed the last episode and just kind of made Kingpin look like a bitch. You know,
Yes.
they made him look like a bitch in that and Hawkeye, and then Daredevil came back. It's like, finally, this is Kingpin.
Yeah, this is the guy we know and love. This is Big Willie
Yeah.
right here.
Big Willie style.
Big Willie.
Getting jiggy with it.
Cock, dick, and balling. But you know what? Big Willie had the balls to do what Small Willie didn't do.
Wait, what?
Oh, you don't remember? Vanessa was seeing another man, and Kingpin tore him apart.
No,
Meanwhile, Will Smith, Jada, she getting jiggy with other people. Nah, hey.
Yeah, it's sad because I used to love Will Smith, and then that just exposed him as just being a pussy.
He's a joke and a pervert.
And then he slaps Chris Rock because he's the smallest guy there.
Yeah, that's all it was. Will Smith should get his ass whooped for that.
I mean, he should have gotten thrown out of the fucking building for that.
And his ass whooped.
And then an hour later, he wins an Oscar. So I'm like, all right. All right. Next is we have Falcon and the Winter Soldier versus Wakanda Forever.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier versus. Damn. I'm gonna have to go with Wakanda Forever.
Interesting.
Yeah. I do like Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I just wish, like we just said earlier, I wish there was a movie. And I wish the Flag Smashers were more compelling villains. I just really didn't feel it all that much.
Yeah, again, this whole notion of like, and whatever, if this offends people, the whole thing about like this little ginger-haired girl who has superpowers, it's like, why does that have to be a thing all the time? Like, can it just be like someone who's on par with Sam? Or can it be just a grown-ass woman? Like, why does it have to be a small girl? Like, I don't get it. But yeah, I love Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I think that gets better with time. It was also the victim of COVID reshoots. Because I know originally we were supposed to get some X-Men stuff in there. I think we were supposed to get I think there was supposed to be a Madripoor. And allegedly we were gonna get like Omega Red in there. Allegedly. That's the rumor. But yeah, the ending of the show I thought was completely rushed. Like really rushed. And I hated that. Wakanda Forever I just thought was a better movie because it was more like the villain of the movie was Silence. That cold open of Shuri trying to save her brother and she can't. And the intro, they don't have like the victorious, like Marvel Studios intro. They just had Silence, in memory of Chadwick. So, and I thought Namor was good. I thought he was an effective villain. I thought when not the Wakandans, when the not the Atlantans, but what were they called?
They are called the Atlantans.
No, they weren't. They're called something else.
I'm pretty sure
they changed. Well, they changed the concept because they made Namor Hispanic, and so they completely changed the name. They didn't call it Atlantans, but whenever they came on screen, it was almost like watching a horror movie, especially when they were doing that singing.
Yeah,
that's good. All right, Doctor Strange, the first Doctor Strange versus What If.
What was that again?
Doctor Strange, the first one, versus the whole season of What If, or the whole series of What If.
Ooh, What If had some pretty damn good episodes, especially the first two seasons. Third season, I'm with you.
It was everything I hate. It was everything I hated about the MCU at that point.
Well. Back to the previous point. Namor was a mutant.
Mm-hmm.
Mesoamerican, Mayan. Oh, Talakon.
There you go.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we got that on lock then. But yeah, ooh.
And to be honest, Doctor Strange is probably one of my least favorite movies or MCU movies.
Yeah, Doctor Strange is a very acquired taste, if you
Hmm.
will. Either you got the taste for it or you don't.
Yeah, Benedict. Benedict is awesome. Like
Yeah,
he's
he's
awesome
great.
in it.
He's
But like,
fantastic.
it's just I think the problem with
I,
that character
I
is
like him
that
in I like him in the team up movies.
yeah, agreed. Like it's
I
like the
don't
Hulk.
him on his own, not so much.
It's like the Hulk. There's
Yeah.
only so much you can do with them, and they're really not that interesting on their own.
Yeah.
Um, and also in the two movies, it almost seems like he never learned anything as a character because the first movie was about him being a hothead and about him being
Yeah.
arrogant and going against everything. And then the second movie, he did the same shit. He took control of the Darkhold, and now the multiverse is fucked because of him. So it's like, you're kind of not a very good hero, Doctor Strange.
Piece of shit.
Piece of shit.
Big bag of shit.
But what are we going with?
Oh, we're going with what if.
All right. Just change that.
Hey, what if?
All right. All right. Next is Black Widow versus Secret Invasion.
Oh, Black Widow. Oh my god, Black Widow. By a fucking mile. Are you kidding?
Secret Invasion, I'll say this. The
Ugh.
first two episodes had me, and then it just took like a nosedive, like dramatically.
My god.
And honestly, Secret Invasion, that whole storyline with the scrolls where all of a sudden they're evil, even though they were supposed to be the good guys, that should have been Captain Marvel too. Like that storyline.
Yeah, maybe even, dare I say, maybe you could have done something with that as far as like Captain America goes.
True.
You could have done some stuff with Nick Fury, Sam, Bucky, and then include Talos and some of the other ones. And I think you could have had yourself a pretty damn good movie. But I don't know, dog. Just not good, buddy. Not good.
No, it's not. All right.
Kakakukui.
Daredevil, Netflix Daredevil versus
Mhm.
Agatha All Along.
Oh, Netflix Daredevil. You kidding? The first show that they put out that really went there and went all out.
Agreed. All right. Captain Marvel, first Captain Marvel versus Marvel Zombies.
Oh man. Oh, rats. I'm gonna have to go at Marvel Zombies there.
Agreed. Like I mentioned, I'm doing the rewatch of the MCU films, and I'm doing it in chronological order. So the first movie was Captain Marvel. I
Mhm.
that movie's just like it's kind of boring. It gets to a point where there's a lot of lag, and there's just nothing interesting. Like there's nothing interesting about Brie Larson, and she's an Oscar-winning actress, mind you.
Yeah.
The villain who they're like, I wonder who the villain is. Like we know who the villain is. We know Jude Law's the villain. Jude Law is a fucking villain. Like he's a natural villain. Like what do you want? Um, I don't know. It's boring. It made $1 billion, but it's boring. So, Shang-Chi versus Thor.
Thor.
Agreed.
And I like Shang-Chi. I thought Shang-Chi was a good movie.
Uh-huh.
I always say it all the time. Beautifully shot. Beautifully shot.
Mhm.
But yeah, I gotta go with Thor.
I love the first Thor.
Hmm.
Um, I think a lot of people don't for some reason, but I love it. Um,
Yeah.
Shang-Chi I do like, but I think the last 20 minutes of it I don't really care for. Like the stuff with like the dragon and they're riding on a dragon and whatever. I'm like, that's a little overkill. But
Yeah.
still like it. All right. Luke Cage versus the Eternals.
Luke Cage across the board, especially. I miss my boy. I
He's
miss my
coming
boy
back.
so
He's
much.
he's coming back. You know he's coming back.
Cottonmouth, Jesus Christ, he was so great.
Yeah, Mahershala.
Yeah, man, he was great.
Hmm.
Um, really good biz, but um, the Eternals. Come on, man, seriously, the Eternals, awful.
I think the Eternals. It shouldn't have been a movie. I think those characters should have shown up in other properties.
Yes, I agree. See those um team up movies,
Hmm.
team up movies. You do them with the X-Men or other superheroes that can use it.
No, agreed. I mean, because like the characters themselves are pretty interesting. I think they have something to add, but helping other characters. Where it's like you bring them together and they're like, these are the strongest characters in the world. It's like, okay,
And I have zero interest in any of them.
And Brian Tyree Henry, that's my boy. Paperboy. I love him in anything. You could
Mhm.
have put him in other shows. You could have put Angelina Jolie in a Marvel film. You could have put her in like Thor. You could have put her in those. But all right, so we got four more, and then we're gonna go on to round two. All
Mhm.
right, this is gonna be tough, RJ. Ready for this one?
All right, good. Let's
All
hear
right,
it.
I don't think you're ready for this one. Civil War versus the critically acclaimed Iron Fist.
Oh, come on, man. Civil War across the board. Come on. Yeah. Come on, man.
Man, I
Yeah.
am an Iron Fist apologist, but Civil War, come on.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, and lastly, this is gonna be tough. This for real is gonna be tough, actually. Infinity War versus Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Infinity War.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, I had to
love
go with
Guard,
Infinity War.
love Guardians 3, but Infinity War, like that was like a game changer right there. So
Oh, yeah. Some consequences and this, that, and the other.
yeah,
Absolutely.
making all them little kids cry in the theater when their favorite superheroes went bye byes. All right, now we're on to round two. Round two. Incredible Hulk versus Ant Man the Wasp.
Incredible Hulk.
All right. All right. All right. WandaVision versus Endgame.
In game.
Agreed. All right. Spider Verse 2. So across the Spider Verse. Or is it into this? Oh, no, across the Spider Verse.
Cross Spider
Uh,
Verse.
versus Thunderbolts.
Cross the Spider Verse.
Mm. All right. First Avenger. So Captain America versus Friendly
Mm-hmm.
Neighborhood Spider Man.
You're your friendly neighborhood Spider Man.
Spider. All right. Agreed. The first Iron Man versus Iron Man 2.
Iron Man. First Iron Man.
Agreed. Good choice. All right, Winter. Oh, this is gonna be tough. Winter Soldier versus No Way Home. Got us.
No Way Home.
Shit.
God
No Way
damn.
Home. That's like Game 7. Who's got the final shot?
Who's got the fucking rock?
All right, Age of Ultron versus Deadpool and Wolverine.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
All right, and Into the Spider-Verse versus Jessica Jones.
Into the Spider-Verse versus Jessica Jones. Into the Spider-Verse.
All right. All right. Jesus Christ, what the hell is that? All right. X-Men 97 versus Homecoming.
X-Men 97.
Kind of has to be that way. Multiverse of Madness versus Far From Home.
Versus what now? You said No Way Home?
Far From Home.
Far From Home? Far From Home.
All right. It's getting good. Fantastic Four versus Black Panther.
Black Panther. If not for the culture alone.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 versus Wakanda Forever.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Go with that.
All right. What If versus Black Widow.
Black Widow.
All right. Daredevil versus Marvel Zombies.
Daredevil.
Yeah.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Daredevil.
Thor versus Luke Cage.
Luke Cage.
Sweet Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
And then Civil War versus Infinity War. Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
Game 7.
Whoa.
Game on the line. Who's got the final shot?
Infinity War. Dun
Infinity
dun dun.
He shoots and he makes it. We're going to Sweet Star. Yeah, we're going to the next round. So the semifinals. All right. Wait, let me just count this real quick. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, so the Sweet 16. So now we have a Sweet 16, people. We're getting there. All right. Incredible Hulk versus Endgame.
Endgame.
All right. All right, Spider-Verse 2. So, like Across the Spider-Verse versus Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. So, a Spider-Man off.
Across the Spider-Verse.
All right. All right. Iron Man versus No Way Home.
Iron Man. That hurts me to say that, but Iron Man.
Yep. All right. Deadpool and Wolverine versus Into the Spider-Verse.
That stuff. Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay. Ooh, it's getting good. All right. X-Men 97 versus Far From Home.
X-Men 97 versus what now?
Far From Home.
Far From Home. Ooh. Damn. I'm about to go with X-Men 97.
Oh, man. 97, moving up.
That hurts me to say that, but
It's
you keep it hundo.
All right. Black Panther versus Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Black Panther.
Ooh, okay. All right. Black Widow versus Daredevil.
Daredevil. Black Widow still pisses me off with them fucking Taskmaster shit.
So
Can't get
she's
it.
out. All right, and
I love you,
now
Scarlet, and I love Black Widow, but damn, that was so disappointing. So disappointing.
lastly, before we move on to the Elite Eight, Luke Cage versus Infinity War.
Infinity War.
All right, now we're on to the Elite Eight. It's getting exciting.
Okay. All
All
right.
right, Endgame versus Across the Spider-Verse.
Endgame.
All right, Endgame. You move on to the final four. Iron Man versus Into the Spider-Verse.
Iron Man.
Ooh, should be good. X-Men 97 versus Black Panther.
X-Men 97.
X-Men 97. Move on. And Daredevil versus Infinity War.
Oh my God. Shit.
Game 7. There's 5 seconds left. Who's taking the ball?
God damn. We got man.
We're in the garden. We're in Madison Square Garden, RJ.
I gotta go with Daredevil.
Ooh. My boy Matt Murdock pulled up at half court, hit that 3. All right.
Sharon, your ass is mine.
All right. Final four. Endgame versus Iron Man.
Oh man. I gotta go with Endgame.
Endgame, you move on to the championship round.
Dun dun dun.
And X-Men 97 versus Daredevil.
No, oh God. Oh my God.
Come on, Maddie's from New York. Come on.
I gotta go with Matt. Shit.
All right. The championship round. We're in Madison Square Garden, RJ.
Yeah.
5 seconds left. Who's taking the shot? Endgame versus Daredevil for everything.
I gotta go with Endgame.
And Endgame wins by a no. So Endgame has won our first ever Sweet 64 bracket, or 64 MCU movie TV show special bracket. So Endgame, come collect your winnings, and congratulations and best of luck to the others. So
Matt Murdock, draw him better next time.
Matt Murdock tried to draw up that play for Karen Page to come out on the wing, but couldn't connect with the pass.
Yeah, Foggy fell down.
Frank wasn't on his man. Matter of fact, he was on his man. He was just a little bit too much on his man. Get what I mean?
I'm gonna kill him. I'm put him down, right?
It's like, Frank, we just need you to cover him. Oh, I can cover him.
I got him covered all right.
But
I got him covered in blood.
Tony was just too much. Tony was too much for the offense to handle. And Thanos was a beast in the post. So
and you can't ignore Black Widow's breast.
No, you cannot. So yeah, that's it for that. Did you see the Lanterns trailer?
I did a lot of F-bombs. Holy shit.
I mean, has Green Lantern ever swore before? I guess
that's what I'm saying. Like, are we being edgy just for shock value or what? Because like I say all the time, it's a time and place for adult oriented characters. You know what I'm saying? Like Marvel, Punisher, Daredevil, Ghost Rider's debatable. Logan on his own. Fine. Do what you gotta do. But Green Lantern has always been in cartoons and this, that, and the other. So we're gonna really make this a show where kids can't watch it?
I mean, kids are gonna watch it regardless. Let's just be real.
I'm just saying from a business strategy point of view. Because of
Yeah.
course, if a kid wants to see something that badly, they're gonna see it. Especially with the access of technology in the palm of their hands. It is what it is. But I don't know, man. They're making something else edgy just to make it edgy. It just don't vibe with me.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you mean. Because it's like not every character. I mean, characters that should be edgy.
Mhm.
But I mean, because Peacemaker needs to be edgy. But like Green
Yes.
Lantern, you can do edgy, but you don't need to do like him
F
dropping f bombs. You know what I mean? I grant I'm not as familiar with Green Lantern as most people would be, but like I don't recall Green Lantern saying
No.
fuck all
No.
the time.
Uh-uh.
You know what I mean? I know in comics they'll have scenes where people cuss, but like they'll bleep them out and they'll put like, exclamation mark, blah blah blah. But that's like every now and then. But like I don't know. I still want to watch it because it looks interesting.
Yeah, I
Uh,
do
I, li-
too.
I
I
like
do
Kyle
too.
Chandler. I like Aaron Pierre. Um, so I want to see it, but like I don't know. I guess that question is like, did you need to make it like R rated? Does it need to be R rated? Can it just be
Yeah.
like that borderline of PG-13 of like, don't put your toe on the line because you'll cross over to R. So I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm still gonna watch it. It looks good, but
Yeah, I am too. I am too.
um, unless there's anything else you want to bring up.
What'd you think about because it's been a while. What'd you think about all the leaks for Brand New Day?
I don't trust it. I really don't trust anything anymore because AI has just become
No, no, no,
so.
no, no. I'm talking about the official merchandise.
Oh,
That's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about no trailers and shit.
uh, I don't think I saw any merchandise.
So you didn't see the backpack with Scorpion on it and Boomerang and Tarantula?
Oh, whoa! Wait! Now that you say it, yes, I did see that.
Yeah.
It looks cool. Um, I'm happy about my boy. Michael Mondo coming back as Scorpion. He gets to actually wear a Scorpion suit.
Yeah.
Um, I'm very much looking forward to that movie for obvious reasons, but it's just like we could just see John Bernthal as the Punisher. I mean, granted, it's going to be PG-13 Punisher, but
Ah!
I mean, he's pretty much assured that the character that you're going to see in the Punisher special is going to be the same guy that walks into this movie. And Bernthal is a guy that strikes me as like he doesn't take on just any project to make money. Like he wants to take on shit that he believes in. So, I'm very much interested to see how that works out on an MCU movie
I want to see
scale.
him versus Red.
You want to see what?
I want to see him versus Red.
That'd be interesting.
Red, didn't I just tell the other Red what it's gonna be? God, God damn it!
And
Just let me
also,
be.
what's her name? Not Sydney Sweeney. Sadie Sink. Like, I want to see who she's gonna be.
A lot of people think Jean Grey. So I guess we have to wait and see.
I mean, I think that's kind of gonna be the case because we're already gearing. They're already gonna start film. Apparently, they're gonna start filming the new X-Men MCU movie this year.
Yeah, later on this
So it's
year in London.
yeah. So it's like you might as well start getting your X-Men. And I like Sadie Sink. I think she's great. I liked her in Stranger Things.
Mhm.
I think her and Joe Keery were like the best actors on that show.
And they want that kid for Harry, apparently.
That's what I heard.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind that. I like him. He's a good actor.
yeah. I think him and Tom could do the buddy thing.
Yeah,
I think they could.
exactly. Yeah, like they could. I mean, it could be like a thing of MJ's dating someone, ends up being Harry, and the whole time Harry and Peter are friends, and he has no idea that she's MJ's new boyfriend. And then he finds out, and Harry's like, "Dude, I'm so sorry, I didn't know." He's like, "Don't worry about it. You're perfect for her." And then eventually, he finds out what his last name is, and that scares the shit out of them. And there could be a big reveal on who ends up being Norman.
Yeah, we can do a twisted take on it.
You know, I mean, it'd be pretty dope if it ended up being Willem Dafoe again.
That would be dope. That would be dope because he's just one of those dudes. You can't replace him.
No.
And I make fun of the other guy from Amazing Spider-Man 2 all the time. He never got a chance.
Nah, he died. They killed him off.
right off the gate.
They killed him off and let Dane DeHaan be a fucking goblin.
I wish he would have got a real chance.
Yeah.
I
The whole movie was rushed.
I think if he didn't do the silliness with the "You're a fraud, Spider-Man," that kills that fucking kills me. That makes me laugh more than anything. But I just wish he had a better chance to play Harry, and I think he would have been better off for it. But it is.
Well,
what it is.
that whole movie was rushed.
Oh yes, of course.
Too many characters. I mean, they wanted to set up a Sinister
Six,
which, you know, for obvious reasons,
right?
they didn't end up doing that because, like, the story was that they were gonna bring back Andrew, but Andrew missed the meeting because he went to, I think, like a soccer game, FIFA or whatever, and he ended up missing the Sony meeting. And then Sony was like, "Oh, we're just gonna reboot it again."
He missed it on purpose.
Yeah, he probably did. Well, I mean, like, Andrew really appreciated the character. Like, he, you know, him and Tom, you can tell that they really did love the character a lot. And Toby, you know, I mean, with all due respect, like, Toby didn't really seem like he was that invested in the character. And it's not to say he wasn't good. They obviously brought him back. It's just you got more of an impression from Andrew and Tom that they understood Peter a lot more. And also everybody's whole thing about, like, Andrew is too good looking. It's like, I don't know, man, like, nerds back in my day don't look like the nerds of today.
Nerds of today typically do look like Andrew.
Yeah.
The days of nerds looking like Steve Urkel are over.
No,
You know?
like, nowadays the nerds are the jocks.
Yeah.
You know?
Pretty much.
And the quote unquote bullies. I mean, there's still mean girl bullies, but, like, the bullies are sometimes the bullies are the nerds.
Yeah.
You know,
You're not at my level intellectually.
I'm gonna ruin you. I'm gonna hack into your computer and do this. It's like,
I'm gonna show everybody your nudies.
it's like, I want to see this.
Damn.
All right, but yeah, so it was that. What else would you want to bring up?
I think that's it.
All right, people. Thank y'all for listening. We've been wanting to do this for a while, and we're finally glad we did it. New experience. Last night is up. Me, Justin of Ruben, who Ruben is, if you guys didn't already know, Ruben is the official third man of the experience. Last night we talked about the Elimination Chamber and just everything we thought about it. And then, of course, on Tuesday, Lunches with Punches with me and Joe Punches, where we discussed Scream 7, as well as the Oscars. And then Monday was Metal Drive Hoops, basketball podcast with me and my friend Tony and his friend Mike. Saturday, me and Jeff Lippman will be doing a pay-per-view post show for NXT Vengeance. So look out for that.
That is Saturday.
I'm sorry?
I said that is Saturday.
Yes, sir. But yeah, that'll be Saturday, me and Jeff. So can't wait for that. And yeah, that's about it. Twitter, X, DY Experience, YouTube channel, other socials. So, but RJ, what are your plugs?
I like to follow me on Twitter at LowRJ Unlimited, and follow my new podcast, The Dragon Chronicles, the GRN Chronicles, with one of my nephews. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We talked about the chamber the other day too, and some things, and kind of justified WWE signing Danhausen, especially after the backlash that he got the other night. And then it's funny because I seen your clip that you put on from last night,
Mhm.
seeing how he turned those boos into gold. Because this man is selling merch out the wazoo. That's why
Mhm.
they brought him in.
Yeah, we all defended him because like I've never really disliked Danhausen, never really had a problem with him. As a matter of fact, there's been times where he's made me laugh. So I've never really had a problem with them bringing him in. You know,
Yeah.
whenever he was announced as the guy coming out of the box, like I was just like, oh, it's Danhausen, and
Mhm.
Justin, yeah, because we do a thing on the show before we do anything where we talk about a wrestler of the week, and Justin's was Danhausen. He talked about how Danhausen, he he took that booing with like with on he kind of took that booing and just went all right and just turned it into gold, like you said, and now he's one of WWE's like top merch sellers. And he had a funny segment on Raw with the Judgment Day where he
Mhm.
cursed Dominic Mysterio. Um, yeah, like good for Danhausen. I got nothing against him. I really got nothing bad to say about him. It's just I guess sometimes I guess my whole thing, and it's like very small, is I maybe I just don't get the humor sometimes,
Yeah,
and it's
not for
just very
everybody.
insider baseball. But yeah, I mean, good for Danhausen. I got nothing. I got no hate for Danhausen. I got no hate for anybody, but especially not Danhausen. So, all right, people, we're done, and we will see y'all later. Peace out.
All right. Catch you guys later.